Hey, thanks for joining me for part 4 of my Overwatch characters introductions. We are now on Symmetra in the support characters classes. Let's pop on into a game.
The true enemy of humanity is disorder.
Now, Symmetra is one of the other builders available in Overwatch. Torbjorn being the other builder that I can think of. There's only the two at the moment. Pretty sure about that. Yep, there's only the two. Now, let's have a quick look at her primary abilities. So, she has Photon Projector. She gets a short-range beam weapon with increasing damage the more you're hitting your target. And a hold fire to release a orb. So let's try this attack. So look, it's very, very short range. As you can see, the more you hold it on your target, the more damage you are doing, which is pretty smart. If you can catch someone out, get up nice and close to them, stay close to them, you'll be doing a lot of damage against them. Her secondary attack is a charge. I can fire and release and just fire a small shot, which doesn't do much damage, or we can hold it and fire when it's fully charged, which does a lot of damage. Now, it is very slow to travel, so it's quite easy to dodge. It's a very slow travelling shot. But if I hold the fire button down for too long, it actually fires on its own as well. So it's fairly cool in that respect, but as I say, it is a slow moving shot that can be quite hard to hit your opponents when you're aimed. So you're really going to kind of be making speculative shots. And as you can see there, it does travel through more than one target. These guys are in an awkward place for this, really. You get the idea. It doesn't just stop on the first target it hits. So you get that range. Slow attack, again, see there, very, very slow. But the shot carries on even after it hits its first target, so you can hit multiple targets. So if you're just firing off speculatively, guessing at where the enemy's going to come from, you can possibly do some damage there and hit multiple targets if you're lucky. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the shots do pass through Reinhardt's shield, which is interesting. Some interesting tactics could be used there. Now, let's talk about actually, let's talk about her Photon Shield first. So, if you're close enough to an ally, you can shield an enemy. Let's do this one.
Be shielded.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
You are shielded.
So you can see it puts a shield on there. It only has a small amount of armour, but it's a little bit of an extra buff that your allies didn't have. You can only apply it once to an ally, so even though this guy's like going to die, I can't apply it to him because he's already had it once. But the cooldown is very, very slow. Very, very quick. So you can easily buff multiple enemies. If you're charging in and your enemies are doing loads and loads of damage to your allies, you can just pop a heal, pop a shield on them, and get them sorted quickly. Now, fun part, Sentry turrets. These Sentry turrets, you can have up to 6 of them deployed, and you can see in the bottom left, once I start building them, that your current count. So it says here, it deploys a small turret that damages and slows enemies. So let's wait for this guy to come wandering down here. And once he leaves the room, we're going to pop up a little arrangement of these.
From light into being.
So I can only place 3 initially until they recharge. So it's now recharging in the bottom right. And in the bottom left, just by my hand, you can see I've got currently 3 of 6. And there we go. So as he came through, each of the turrets started to target them and hit him. And they started to slow him. And if there were more turrets...
You are unworthy of the true reality.
So he's not going to be going anywhere for a while now. So yeah, so all 6 turrets can hit and do slows. Let's get my other 3 down. There we go. And you can see that one was slowed there. Now if I put 3 more down,
Turret in place.
the original 3 will start to explode. And you can see little indicators above to show that they are actually attacking at the time.
Aligning defense system.
And the more of them you've got, obviously the more damage you do and the more they're going to slow your opponents.
Double kill.
So they're pretty handy. Now, obviously as I put them up here on the inside of this wall, that is a good place to put them. Anywhere that your opponents are going to try and come through an area is going to be the best places to put them, because you're going to slow them down and cause them disruption and damage.
Your own mind.
Now let's just talk about our ultimate ability before we talk about the sentries and what you sound. Let's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put some more sentries up
From
just
light
to
into being.
stop them being a disruptive noise. So our ultimate ability is, according to this, a teleporter, which deploys a teleport that allows you to teleport in from the spawn. Now I can put this pretty much wherever I like. It will go red if I try to put it somewhere that I'm not allowed to. So let's pop that down there.
Teleporter online. I have opened the path.
Now, obviously, if I walk through this, it's not going to do anything because I'm at the receiving end. If I come down here, let's just drop a couple more of these
Turret
down.
in place.
Okay, that'll stop that. So that's what it looks like at the spawn room end. So if I now walk through this, ta-da! I appear out the other end, and I'm now ready to get stuck into the enemy. So that is extremely useful. Obviously, the enemy can destroy the teleporter, then come and shoot it, blow it up, and that will cause you to lose the teleporter until your ultimate is recharged again. Annoying, huh? And let's just make another jump through. Now, if you look on the bottom there, down by the ultimate, there's a little number on the side. Every time somebody goes through the teleporter, that decreases by 1. If we just go going around a couple more times. Now, what will happen when I go through the last time? It's been used up. It's been destroyed. So it only has a limited number of uses as well, which means it can be a problem or it can be useful strategically. We'll have to you'll leave it for you to decide. So who is she strong against? Well, because she has the sentries, she is good against any character that's going to be trying to push into your area that you're defending. Now that might be Diva, it might be a Reinhardt, it might even be a Roadhog, and it's going to slow them down. Even if they're using their rush abilities on Diva and Reinhardt, it's going to slow them right down and do damage to them and allow you to identify and kill them. Hopefully your teammates will pop a few shots into them and finish them off. You're also semi-useful against Torbjorn and Bastion because you have got this ranged attack that will just go cruising across the map towards that stationary Torbjorn turret or that stationary Bastion and deal damage. Even if somebody gets in the way, it's going to pass through them and carry on. So you're pretty useful against those. You probably want to avoid enemies like Junkrat and Farah. Possibly even yeah, no, Junkrat and Farah. I mean, Farah's obviously going to outrange you. You're never going to be able to hit a Farah while she's in the air. Tracer, you're going to have enormous amounts of difficulty with. If you can get her with your primary attack and keep her in range, you can probably deal with her, but otherwise she's going to run circles around you and you're going to have troubles dealing with her. Same goes for Reaper. He's kind of a mixed bag as well, and he's probably going to be a bit of a problem for you. So that's it. That is Symmetra. Let's see how she performs in an actual game. Right, game on with Symmetra. I've put down some sentries just around areas that I think that the enemy are going to try and get through. So that was in the setup. I didn't actually record that setup, unfortunately. So they're above they're both chokeways. So one on the left hand side there, or three on the left hand side, one chokeway on the left, and one on that right side where they can come up over or through the top. Now I'm now just firing off shots randomly because they are so slow travelling. People won't be expecting them to come, and hopefully they'll just walk straight into them. There's not much more I can do until things start to get a bit close. So in comes Reinhardt. Managed to catch him there with one of the balls. Didn't get the kill ultimately, but somebody else did. So keep my sentries topped up where I can. Now, one of my sentries has just gone down. I'm just going to try and pop down another one somewhere.
Turret in place.
What I'm looking to do here is try and slow down their advance through certain areas of the map.
Aligning defense system.
So just like that basically. So that slowed down Winston nicely.
My sentry destroyed.
So dropping my ultimate, now it's fully charged. Get the teleporter out near the back here, near the payload.
I have opened the path.
Hopefully that will ultimately pay off and be very useful because we'll be able to get people into the fight quicker. Topping up the turrets again because every now and then we'd always lose one or two. So someone's just used my teleporter already, so that's good because that means they get into the fight a bit quicker. Again, just firing off random shots. I'm not actually aiming at anybody. I'm not trying to specifically hit anyone. I'm just trying to pop shots out. Popping down the Photon Shield where I can to help people out. Winston's just charged through the payload capture point, and I managed to dodge Pharah's attack and walk straight into Maze. So I end up dead from that, as you'd kind of expect. I'm not really going to survive many attacks, to be fair. Still took May a good few shots to kill me. So now I can use my own teleporter. It's only got one shot left on it before I can start recharging my ultimate again. So I now decide that I've lost quite a few turrets, so I'm now going to put them down around the payload just to try and make things a little bit uncomfortable for the enemy if they try to land on the capture point. Need to get the shields down on teammates to give them a little bit of a buff. They've already got the armour buff as well from Torbjorn, so it's nice to stack those extra buffs on top of each other.
Turret in place.
Managed to get a kill there, not quite sure how, probably just because I did enough damage for it to register. But not really trying to seal up the area on the right. So I've come back because I didn't realise that the teleporter at the time had basically been used enough for it to be destroyed. I thought somebody actually snuck around behind us somehow. Also, my ultimate's not ready yet, so I can't put another one down. Then comes Winston, and then comes Farah, both using their ultimates.
Justice reigns from above.
Somebody managed to smack her a good one.
A momentary lapse.
So this is an example of how far it is to walk back without the Symmetra sentry. Sentry? Bloody hell. The Symmetra teleporter. So I need to drop down some more sentries. So I'm sticking them actually on the payload. Because at the end of the day, if they're going to have to stand next to the payload, I want it to hurt. Then comes Winston. I've got my normal attack on him, which is probably the first time I used it for quite a while on this actual match. Mercy tries, then dives in there and gets a res, which brings Winston up. Unfortunately, I die from Farah. So we're now in overtime. teleporter's still not up because it wasn't, or I didn't have the time to get it ready. I wasn't really ready at a convenient moment. So start walking back, and we win. So the team managed to push the enemy team off of the point, and that was a good game. I think that was a very good team, and I think we all played really well together. And of course, Torbjorn gets to play the game.